Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Texas Longhorns, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Longhorns will kick it away first. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Clemson's offense will go on the attack first. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, you know, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them today. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
Well, the offense is being aggressive here in their opening possession, trying to throw the ball in the first two plays. They went incomplete first down, and now they take a sack on second down. This is not going to script, and they understood it was going to be a challenge against this defense. And I love the fact that they're going to be aggressive trying to throw, but the execution has got to be better.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let them get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
Clemson will send the punt team out. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. So Texas offense will go to work for the first time. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Back to pass, it's Manning. Fires to the big fella. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. They get the conversion there. He used his size and nice moves to get past the chains.
Man, I like that. Third and short. Find the big fella, the soft hands. Make a quick little move.
Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And the Longhorns are on the move. Right back to the well. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Pulls it and fires to the left. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved a touchdown.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Tries again to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So a drive that started just beyond midfield, only 49 yards, and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Handoff from the gun. There he goes! Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. There's an idea that Clemson can only run the ball when they sort of trick you and get you in space, but they're showing a lot of versatility now.
Yeah, I think the word you were looking for was finesse. They've been a finesse offense, more about tempo and body blows than it is about, being physical up front. But if this unit does get that physicality and get that ground game and a good offensive line, I think that's when you see the best of the Clemson Tigers.
Caught near the sticks. It's Smith. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Great execution on the RPO, and the receiver had some time to find the soft spot in the zone and make himself open for the quarterback and make it a much easier pass. Great job.
Clemson is quick to the line.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Pulls it in, it's Moore. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Fires to the tight end. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Completes the shuffle pass. Tried to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Finds his big tight end. They found the tight end, but he could not find 1st down yardage, and it'll be 4th down. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. Never a doubt. That'll bring him to within 4.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Fires to the right. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Might be changing the route. Gonna swing it on second down. Spits it out to the back. This time he's got his man. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
As a quarterback, I used to love throwing to running backs that could run great routes. That was a good one there on the angle route. He sold it like he was running to the flat, put his foot in the ground, cut back inside, crossed the defender's face, made it an easy throw and an easy first down.
Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. To the ground with the back. Turning it on! They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Buying some time. That's reeled in. It's Washington. Seems as if these two have been on a collision course for a top-5 meeting like this. And big picture, guys, it can really help their playoff positioning.
Yeah, we all circled this game at the start of the year. We knew this one was going to have conference championship, national championship, Heisman Trophy implications too, David. So lots riding on this one, and may the best team win.
And this will be huge down the stretch. It gives you a shot in the arm. You prove your worth in this football game, and you start to build your case as you get to the end of the season of why you could possibly get to the best team in the country.
Looking for a man. It's Manning. Quickly complete. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown Longhorns! Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. They'll try to add another to their lead.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. The Tigers want to move quickly.
Man, that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick it in the belly and that wide receiver is going to run down the field that far, I need some good protection, and I need my lineman not to go downfield. Nice job by the quarterback making the right read, being patient, throwing that strike.
Back to pass on second down. Here's the heat. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, as he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Takes it on the return. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Gonna take a shot. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
That's a big-time play on the D-line right there. And listen, you know, they've had a lot of NFL guys in recent years up front. William the Fridge Perry, old-school Clemson great on the D-line. He'd be proud of watching that performance on that last play.
Going for the big play. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Longhorns send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Signals for the fair catch and looks it in at the 40. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. Like, the passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Pressure coming. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Clemson will send the punt team out. That one's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be dead at the 35-yard line. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Quick handoff. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Off play action. Forced out of the pocket. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there.
I understand the quarterback wants to get this dominant wide receiver the ball as often as possible, but I wouldn't try to get it to him in double coverage. I think you have to let the defense's coverage dictate who gets the ball. There was somebody else open on that play.
Got him downfield. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. These 2 guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practiced, man. That's all summer. That's
unleashes one deep. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
The defense did a really nice job on that play, closing in on the intended target. They had 2 guys near that ball.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Gibson. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on 3rd down. They'll try to power their way ahead. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting 1st downs and staying on the field. You saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying play action. Throws to the tight end. Got it! And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
To the air, it's Simpson. Bringing the heat. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Motion from the wideout. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
So it's 3rd and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this, we're still in the first half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap, you can take a sack. Punting the football at this stage of the game is okay.
Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
And the rush will get to him at the 25. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They've built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical. They get the sack on this play, and that's just what they needed.
Just enough time to get off one more snap. Dropping back, it's Manning. Pocket breaking down. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Can't find a receiver, and down goes the quarterback. A sack to punctuate this first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in Death Valley, and welcome into the halftime report. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering 2 things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? And with that, let's send it back to our guys high above Howard's Rock.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football game.
Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Finds his man. It's Gibson. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Touchdown, Longhorns! And the beatdown has ensued.
Man, this defense has their hands full. They're dealing with a quarterback that is pinpoint accurate, making good decisions, and they're dealing with a wide receiving group that has a lot of speed and some burners on the perimeter. They might want to think about playing some more zone coverage moving forward. That's now 3 passing TDs they've allowed.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Set to kick this one away.
If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Unless you have somebody ready to do his best Tom Brady impression, down 28-3 is no fun, and they have to get something going right now. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Smith. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed, he's got power, he's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Tight end now in motion. The play action fake. Just a short pass to the tight end.
But the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. Wants to throw. It's Simpson. He's going for the big play. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Takes the handoff. It's Baxter. Hard running there. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
They've got it down to the 32. 1st and 10 coming. They'll ride the hot hand. Shakes off the defender. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
He'll take a shot. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling a rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. I haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Wide open downfield. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Grab behind the line. It's Beebe. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. To throw, it's Simpson. Dumps it off in the flats. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop. Clemson will send the punt team out. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 22. They'll go to the ground. Getting that push, they pick up a 4 out to the 26.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
And the Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Got it in the middle, it's Gibson. Breaks into the open. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Looking to throw on first down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Runs through the tackle. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Manning. Under fire. They get to him as he throws. Picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. There are few things that can impact the game more than the ability to hit the other team's quarterback, and that was a big play there.
And I love the team defense on this play. One, excellent job getting to the QB and forcing the errant pass. And how about the secondary on the back end, able to rally that football and pick it off?
2nd down coming up. Back to pass. using the back as a receiver on the screen. He breaks a tackle. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Oh, this defense wants to bring some pressure. Wants to go up top on first down. And he can't complete the first pass. Let's see if he can get settled.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone.
And this guy has been so important to this defense and the way he plays on the back end. Top 10 in the nation in interceptions. He just has a feel and reads the quarterback's eyes. He almost picked that last one off.
Drop the football. And it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Here's the handoff. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Now they'll run the draw. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And these short yardage situations, it all comes down to the up front. Like, who can win the battle up front? Can you get a hat on the hat? And they do. This offensive line, they get on the D-line, they create just enough space, understand short yard situation, fall forward, and get a first down.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
It'll be 3rd and long. To the air, it's Manning. Here comes the heat. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Longhorns decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. split backfield. Looking to throw on first down. He's got the tight end. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on first down. Working that left side now. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. The Tigers can really attack on this second and short. On the ground, it's Davidson. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. And the Longhorns in a good spot here with second and short. Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be third down. The Longhorns are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. The Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Murphy. Fires toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Yeah, how about that? The mindset of the offensive coordinator. You got a really big lead. You're sitting really pretty, but I think this is just about rubbing your nose in it and trying to make bigger plays down the field. But the defense finally got to stop, and they need some more of those and some big plays to get back in this game.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on third and short from the 37. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in, it's Simon. Oh, he got loose. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. When you start evaluating who can actually win a championship, you look for performances like this. Beating a team that's higher ranked and doing it with a passing game that has been virtually unstoppable.
You're absolutely right, Reese. If you're going to beat the best teams in the country, you better be able to throw the football. This quarterback was licking his chops for this opportunity on a national stage, David, to prove, even though his team was ranked lower, they were by far the better team.
Oh, and that's the big point to me. Like, on the national stage, everybody watching, this is one of those games that makes a statement. The playoff committee, they're looking at. This has big ramifications for your rankings down the road. A big prove-it week, middle of the season.
They'll throw on third and short. Tight end finds a soft spot. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
I think coming into this season, they thought in order to have success, we have got to be able to run the ball and get this guy going. He hasn't scored yet this year, but a golden opportunity right now to finally break the seal.
That brings us to 3rd and goal from the 6 after they went backwards on the last one. They'll run play action. Under fire. into the end zone. It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a first down.
Pass interference. Defense.
So given where the line of scrimmage was on that last play, the pass interference penalty in the end zone will put the ball at the 2. And the offense will take that gift, set up right on the doorstep, first and goal at the 1. They'll run the quarterback sneak. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sidelines. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
38, Clemson, 3.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Also 7 yards.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And the pass falls to the ground, and the ball game is over. With the win today, they're now bold.